Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So I've done a little bit of planning for this video, and what we're talking about is using Pickles as Insight 3. This is, in my opinion, extremely important that you have this so that you can charge out his ultimate extremely fast, and that will be the topic for today's video. How do we obtain his ultimate within the second round itself? So I'm going to go through 3 different ways that you can do so, but there is only going to be one best way in my opinion. The other 2 ways, I wouldn't really recommend it because you're not going to benefit as much, I think. But without confusing you guys, let's start with the first approach. So the first method is to move a skill card and then use 2 skills consecutively. Now the problem with doing this is you're using up all of your action points and you're also using up all of your clarified topic at the same time. So what that means is, yes, you're going to charge out ultimate on round 2, but you're not going to have any clarified topic at the start of your round 2, which means when you use your ultimate, you're not going to benefit from 3 turns of your 30% attack buff. So in order for you to use your ultimate with clarified topic, you will then have to wait one more round afterwards into round 3 before using your ultimate again, then benefiting from your 3 rounds of your attack buff. Now, of course, where you choose to wait is completely fine. You can either wait on round 1 and then move and use on round 2 and then drop your ultimate on round 3, or you can move, use on round 1 and then wait on round 2 and then use your ultimate on round 3. Both really depends on what you require, depends on what your setup is, but both will work. Now, as for the second approach, this is a little bit more RNG centric. So what we're going to do now is to use 2 skills at the start and then rely on RNG so that we can merge the third skill. So the best approach to manage this is to keep on resetting your run until you have one of Pickles' skills on the left side of your skill card selection. Now by doing so, you're actually going to improve your chances of this method actually working, because what happens is when you use your first skill card, you gain 2 Moxie, use your second skill card, you gain another 2 Moxie, and then you're relying on RNG to combine your third card. Now the issue with this method is it takes you about 18 retries just to channel your ultimate for the second round, which I would definitely not advise to you. I think this is a horrible method because it's just way too RNG centric and it really doesn't matter all that much. But I have a better approach, which is going to be the third approach. Now this third approach is going to look like this. We're going to move first, and then we're going to merge cards, and then we're going to move again just to waste actions and then use one of our skill cards. Now by doing so, this is going to generate 5 Moxie for us with a single cost of 1 clarified topic. Now by doing so, moving into your second round, you're going to start off with your ultimate plus already with 1 stack of clarified topic, and that means from round 2 onwards, you're able to buff your entire team for 3 turns of attack buff with the least planning required. All you really need to do is to rerun this, reset the run about at most 3 times, right? On average, you're going to be able to merge a single skill card every 3 resets. So what a typical gameplay is going to look like is you're going to move, merge, move, and then use a skill card, and then on your second round, you're going to use your ultimate, and then you're going to use about 2 more skills if possible. If you're not able to do so, then I would highly recommend that you cycle your skills again using inverted skill. And why I would suggest this is because when you're using your ultimate, you're not going to gain clarified topic at the end of the round anyway, so it's best that you just throw in all of his skills at once. So after the second round, you're instantly going to have 3 Moxie, which means you only need 2 more Moxie in order for you to throw out your next ultimate again. So the cycling that he has is very, very good. However, an issue that I realized with Pickles is that unless you have absurd RNG and you're somehow able to move and merge along the way, it would be impossible for you to have perfect uptime on his attack buff, which means after 3 rounds of his attack buff, you're not going to have attack up buff for 1 round, and then moving on afterwards, you're going to have another 3 more rounds of attack buffs. So like I said, the only way that you can have perfect uptime on his attack buff is if you have really good RNG and you're able to merge his skills along the way. This is entirely based on RNG, and you're not able to reset your skill cards using Vertin skill in order to achieve this. Because whenever you reset with Vertin skill, all your skill cards, they're going to be unique and you're not going to be able to merge anything at all unless you get super freaking lucky. So these are the 3 ways that you can drop his ultimate within your second round. Let me know down in the comments below which is your most preferred option. They all technically have their pros and cons. My personal favorite is going to be the third one, which is to move, merge, move, and use your skill card so that you can throw out your ultimate with 1 clarified topic on your second round and ramp up your DPS at the start. Now, if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Reverse 999 content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.